Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is a beer from Modest Man Brewing Company out of Keene, New Hampshire. This is the Revolutionary Volume 2. It's a double IPA clocking in at 8.5% alcohol by volume. This can was gifted to me by Bumpy Road Brews. So thank you, Bumpy. Um, Link for his channel will be in the description below. So if you haven't already, go check him out, show him some love, sub him up, tell him John and Ellie sent you. Chances are, if you watch my channel, you already know who Bumpy is. We've done a lot of reviews and hangouts together over the years. So very excited about this beer. Modest Man, in my opinion, makes some of the best juicy IPAs around. Spyglass, Modest Man, Treehouse. These are top of the list. So very excited about this beer. Let's go ahead and pour it up, see what we're working with. I couldn't find a date on the label. There's something right there, but the sticker from the label kind of covers it up, and I can't make it out anyway. It's just not legible. So I'm assuming it's fresh. Bumpy gave it to me, and I've been to the brewery before. He goes to the brewery sometimes, and he gets a lot of distribution up in New Hampshire where he lives. So I'm sure it's pretty fresh. Very bright, light orange, kind of a yellowish orange color. Nice head. That's a good looking IPA in the glass. 8.5% too. We're getting up there with the ABV. Wow. Smells really good. No alcohol presence coming through on the nose. Tangerine citrus, a little bit of like an earthy hop note with this one. Some wheat, bready malt aromas. Not getting a ton of tropical fruit with this one. Orange, maybe a slight pineapple, but very, very light. I'm not getting any guava or passion fruit or papaya. Smells pretty straightforward. Simple, but refined. Smells delightful. Yeah, that's pretty much it, though. Smells like a winner, though. Of course, none of the alcohol's coming through. It smells like a nice IPA. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. A little bit of that earthy hop note is coming through. There's a pithy bitterness with this one that I couldn't have detected on the nose, but it's coming through on the palate. There's a little bit of a pithy type bitter note with this one. I've had a lot of really good, juicy double IPAs lately. This is so difficult to really break it down because a lot of the really good ones are very similar. I just drank a Fidens not too long ago. That one was better than this. But Modest Man and Fidens have collabed before. They both make excellent beers. I've had a lot of Modest Man beers that are better than, I'm sure, a lot of the stuff that Fidens puts out. I still think to this day that the most beautifulest thing in this world from Modest Man is the best juicy IPA out there. I still haven't found anything really that can beat it. There's other stuff comparable to it, but that really just sticks in my mind as one of the best IPAs ever in the juicy IPA department. This one is not as juicy as that. It's got a substantial bitterness to it. I would say it's it's not like West Coast IPA bitterness, but it's got a moderate bitterness for a juicy IPA. That was interesting. Took kind of a big sip, and I almost got like a weird white wine type of thing. Um, it's definitely got a lot of like tangerine citrus. There's that pithy bitterness. It's got a little bit of that wheat bready malt note in the middle of the sip. It finishes relatively juicy. It's not drying. It's not warming going down. You would never guess in a million years that this was an 8.5% double IPA. The body is medium. The carbonation is probably low medium, and the finish is juicy and refreshing and pretty drinkable for an 8.5% beer. There's really nothing that's jumping out at me with this one. You know, I was getting the papaya notes with the Fidens, you know, a little bit of pineapple, a little bit more pineapple, a little bit more tropical fruit, I think would have been nice with this one. But it's pretty straightforward. It's like tangerine, orange, juicy, with a slight pithy, almost resinous quality, bready malt notes, juicy finish, well masked alcohol. That's about it. Not really getting much else with it. Um, Very enjoyable, but this is definitely not my favorite from Modest Man. I'm going to go with a 93 out of 100. I think it's just getting into that solid A range. I've had much better from them. I do really enjoy this beer, though. Obviously, I would highly recommend it. Um, if you can get it in your area, it's definitely really a dynamite, juicy IPA. It's just not as good as some of the other stuff that they make. And this is volume 2, so they've obviously changed it up from the revolutionary volume 1. Excellent beer. Yeah, it's hard. It's really getting hard to rate these beers because there's so many of them up here in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, the New England, the greater New England area. There's so many of these juicy, higher alcohol IPAs, these juicy doubles, and they're all really close. A lot of them are really close. There's some that are not good, which you've probably seen reviews of those as well, but they're so close. Such a wide selection. So anyway, 93 out of 100 for the Modest Man Brewing Company's Revolutionary Volume 2 Double IPA. Buy it, try it, let me know what you guys think. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.